Well, howdy everyone. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're all having a well, I hope you're all having a good Friday. Hope you all had a good week. Wasn't too stressful. Or if it was, then at the very least, it's the weekend. It's time to deep breaths. In and out. In and out. We're just here to hang out, have a good time, and do a little bit of D&D prep. I've got a session on Sunday, and we're approaching ever closer, ever faster to this next big chunk of my players' campaign, and I may have another campaign on the way. Same world, slightly different setting. So there's a lot to take care of, and I just want to make sure I'm getting it all done. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna hop right in. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, we're trying this again. That was kind of interesting. Not entirely sure what happened there. That was really weird. Yeah, it seems to be working now. Really didn't want me to be able to access my software once I moved away from it. Cool. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen again, shall we? So I'm still getting my stuff set up here, but I figured, since we're just chatting, there's nothing to really stress about. I mean, this is mostly what the view is going to be looking like. I've got some source books here and there spread around. And I also use D&D Beyond because, it's handy to have. So, yeah, we're just going to get going on this. So, just some backsourcing. This is not this is a homebrew world. So, basically, anything... I do draw from other sources, absolutely, but a lot of it is made up. I'm not going to pretend I haven't been inspired or directly drawn from other sources, because I absolutely have. But, I like to think that, at the very least, it hasn't all been put together in quite this exact way. So... so yeah, we're just gonna get going. I don't really have much to talk about, so we're really gonna be focusing more on what I'm working on than anything else. So we got this speech down, and I think it still holds up. But you know what? We're just gonna read through it really quick. I'm gonna read it out loud. Might as well, right? I mean, we're here to have a good time. So. And we'll see if there's any major issues with it, then we can take care of that as we go. So, my players have been asked to escort a renowned high elf artificer, from one kingdom to another. From the Kingdom of Orestes to the Empire of Krakix, where he is going to pick up materials. He couldn't teleport for various reasons. He's transporting some delicate materials that he has cause for concern that would be damaged in the process. So it's better to take them by cart than to risk teleporting and having them get messed up in some way. So so they've been escorting him. So this is on arrival to this city, the capital city of Krakix, which also has the name of Krakix. The Empire of Krakix and the Kingdom of Orestes, both their capitals share names with the Empire, with their respective their capitals and the empires have the same name. Just because that's just how they ended up. That doesn't go for the majority of the others, except Weirweiss. Weirweiss, though, is slightly different because Weirweiss is the name of the kingdom and the continent. So they're a little unique, but they're up north, so we're not going to worry too much about them. But yes, so this is on arrival to the Empire of Krakix. So they've been traveling at this point they'll have been traveling for a month. I believe they've been traveling at this point for, hold on, should get my notebook out. Would hate to misspeak. At this point they've been traveling, and they're at the halfway mark, and they have been traveling for, hold on, I got it written down somewhere here. Ah! 17 days. They've been traveling for 17 days. So, they likely... Although they were held up, some of their travel was slowed. So, assuming they don't run into any other major issues, they should get there within the next... Probably... Ooh, you know what? Let me look at a map. This is good information for me to know as well. So, it's not... Frosh, hello! I'm smelling... Hello, Frosh. Thank you for the subscription. How are you doing? How are you doing, my fellow froggy friend? I hope you're having a lovely Friday. Wait, no, Germany. Hold on. Wait, I got this. It's not Saturday yet, is it? It'll be Saturday in a few hours. Right? I've got this right, I think. If my timing is correct. Which it probably isn't. It probably isn't. But I'm doing good. Totally not addicted to Pokemon Unite. Pokemon Unite? I do not recognize that name. What is Pokemon Unite? It's almost 3 in the morning on Saturday. Oh, okay. I don't know time zones. I'm terrible with time zones. Time zones are tricky things. It's a League of Legends type game with Pokemon skin. Oh, that sounds like fun. League of Legends plus Pokemon. Yeah, I could get behind that. At first I didn't know what to think of it, but now I'm hooked. Yeah, well, I mean, you're probably not, it's a little bit more, it's probably much more open, I guess would be the word, than a normal Pokemon game, right? So it's probably got it's likely a very different feel, so I could imagine that would be a lot of fun. I could totally see that. Well, we are just doing some D&D prep. No Stardew today. I wasn't really in the mood. I think I might be a little burnt out on Stardew for a while. So we'll see what happens next week, but at least today. What am I reading? I am working on, these are my campaign notes for my D&D world, the world of Rista Amar. That I've created and run my game. The majority of my games take place in this world. The majority of the games that I run. Just because I like having my own world, and I can toss other elements in or manage other worlds. It's just, when you have a world, you might as well use it. So I'm currently just looking at a map that you can't see. I'm doing some quick maths. So you can travel 28. Oh, and here I am, the D&D noob. That's fine. We're not actually playing D&D. We're just doing this is basically just world building stuff. We're just world building and doing descriptions of places and things and making shops and Oh, what's in the magic shop? Does the what kind of items? Stuff like that. Stuff like what is this place? What is here? Also drinking very good scotch. Oh my god. Yeah, you don't need to know about D&D to build a world. So 28 days, or 28 days, 28 miles per day at a normal pace. So they've got each of these is about 2.5 days. 5, 7. Yeah, so they're about 2 weeks out from their next destination. So I was saying before you got here, my players are currently doing an escort mission. Always, just doesn't matter what game you're playing. Escort missions are just so much fun. Escort missions from one kingdom to an empire, the Kingdom of Orestes to the Empire of Krakox. Escorting an artificer, a creator of magical items, and this is and I was just going to go over the description for the capital that they are going to. So I was just about to start going over that. I just wanted to get an idea of how far out they were. So they've been traveling for 17 days, and they've got about another 2 weeks, about another 14 days, depending on travel time. And there went your internet connection. No, Frosh. Oh no. Where did I lose you? Oh no. Maybe it was my internet connection. It's possible that it was mine. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't be shocked at all if I'm the one who flopped pretty much directly after you wrote. Oh no. Don't worry about it. So what I was saying was they're doing an escort mission, and this is basically the router's restarting. It's that time of day. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Frosh. Hopefully it didn't mess up your game. Well, this is just the introduction for the capital city that they're going into, so I was just gonna do a test reading of that. They've been traveling for 17 days. They've got another 14 days ahead of them in terms of travel, so yeah, this is just the introduction to the city, and then I have to actually finish building the city. I've got a basic map drawn out, but I don't have any I don't have any reason to like hang out in the city. There's no I don't have any shops set up. I don't have anything set up. So at least I get to use my data volume on my phone now, making a hotspot. Oh, I mean, hey, at least that's an upside, right? Making use of that money you're putting into your phone. Sorry. That's... isn't D&D notorious for getting derailed? So you better keep track of that city. Yeah, it is. It is. Especially with this. This group can get a little... Oh, what's the word? Rowdy? Rowdy. They can get a little... nuts about it. So, yeah. But at the very least, they're on a bit of rails right now because they're doing this escort mission. So they don't have, outside of the guy they're escorting dying or straight up abandoning them, which is a possibility, unlikely, but a possibility. He wouldn't want to abandon them because then he'd have to abandon his cart, so with a bunch of expensive items. So he doesn't really want to do that, but he's not above it. But yes, they are entering. They have been traveling for a month at this point. They're dusty, they're tired, and they are entering. This is about them entering the city of Krakox. So, just I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit here. Just tune this down a little bit. Alright. Continuing your long trek along the road, you wind between the large hills in the area. the seemingly well-maintained gravel path lined on either side with carved rectangular stones. Oh, and if you hear anything that sounds weird or doesn't make sense, like grammatically or otherwise, or it just feels off pacing-wise or like lyrically, I guess, like if it just sounds off, let me know, stop me, point it out, shout something. I don't. I am. This is all a work in progress until I say it out loud to my players. So, with carved rectangular stones, the road takes you to the top of a knoll, and cresting over it, your caravan catches a glimpse of the large, dark mountain range spanning the horizon in front of you. But before those giants could even begin to be a destination in your mind, you catch a glimpse of the capital city of Krakix. The solid stone walls surrounding the city dwarf the interior buildings, but even at this distance, your vantage point allows you to see clear over them. Several rings of walls seem to be focused on the large landmass in the center of the capital. From this far away, it is near impossible to see any fine details, but the sight of the palace raised high over the center of the city is breathtaking, its bright red roofs catching the light and causing them to shine with a glow over the rest of this massive center of culture and style. This is not even my native language. Who am I to judge if something sounds off? Probably every second sentence I wrote has some kind of error in it. No! Frosh, you're underestimating yourself. You speak very well. Hello, Avi. How are you doing? Hello. We're just doing some D&D prep. I'm currently reading a little speech for You'll Be Lurking. Sorry. No problem, Av. Lurking is A-okay. That is fine. I appreciate you popping in and saying hello. We're just doing some D&D prep, and I'm just reading the introduction. But yeah, Frosh, you speak English very well, or and you type it very well as well. I've never, outside of you literally saying you don't know how to say something or phrase something, then an anonymous gifter is gifting a tier 1 sub to the community. I don't know who this anonymous gift user is, but thank you very much for the gift sub. Thank you, Anonymous. That's very kind of you. Some Swiss dude. Man, I can't imagine who would have given a gift sub. Did that just kill the boss? Actually, hold on a second. Did Anonymous just kill? Oh my god! Frosh. Frosh, you killed the boss. Oh no! Frosh, you killed Sky. Do you know what you've done? All right, Avi. Avi, thank you very much for the gift sub. Much appreciated, friend. I love you too. And yes, it does mean quest. It means that well, Sky. Yes. So you may notice that little bar in the top right now says Froshi. It has your name. That's what you get if you defend Lunchables. Hold on a second. Hold on, I gotta. That's. Yeah. So that little bar indicates whether or not. Hold on, we're gonna turn the music back up. That little bar indicates the boss, the current boss. Sky was the last boss. So now that Sky's dead, Sky gets to tell me to do something. And if somebody kills you now, because you're the new big boss, you get to try and tell me to do something. So, Avi's very anonymous sub robbed me of 300 HP. Exactly. You killed Sky, now Avi's contributing to kill you. Whoever gets the final hit is the new boss. And that's how it works. So I have to make a note that Sky gets to dictate something to me. Actually, you know what? Yes. We all know Avi likes to kill people, and especially frogs. We know Avi does not like frogs. We know this for a fact. But yes, Frosh, I do trust your taste for language, and I do believe you speak English well enough. So even if you think you don't speak English well, which you do, please just if something sounds wrong. So I'm gonna reread that last sentence, just to try and get back in the vibe. From this far away, it is near impossible to see any fine details, but the sight of the palace raised high over the center of the city is breathtaking, its bright red roofs catching the light and causing them to shine with a glow over the rest of this massive center of culture and style. By the time you reach the first gate of the city, the sun is at your back, the edges of the cart's shadow being the first of your party to reach the large metal gate at the entrance. Walking just under the lip of the wall, it is evident that the massive base blocks of stone are incredibly old. As your gaze wanders higher, the stonework appears fresher and less weathered where chunks of the work have been replaced as the city expanded. Just outside the gate is a small gray stone structure, a seeming afterthought in the gate's construction. Diamius, the person they're escorting, dismounts from the cart, pulling out a treated leather case and removing several leaves of paper. He rings a small bell next to a grated window in the structure and speaks with a uniformed man inside. A short while later, the large gate begins to open, making room for your party in the cart to enter the capital. Passing through the surprisingly thick walls, you emerge into a fairly large city square, not too densely populated, as the sun has already begun to set. The streets are wide and numerous, and appear to be even more well-crafted than the road outside. Large flat stones have been crafted and fit together. Not sure how I feel about the word crafted here. Crafted and fit together, similar to a jigsaw puzzle, creating an extremely even surface. Alright, so I'm not sure how I feel about the word crafted here. I say well-crafted in the sentence before, and I'm not even 100% on that. The streets are wide and numerous, and appear to be even more... luxurious isn't the word either, because it's not luxurious, but it's... and to be even... and to be... ooh, what's a better phrase than even more well-crafted? Because that's mouthy. To be more neatly assembled, maybe. To be much more neatly assembled. The streets are wide and numerous, and appear to be much more neatly assembled than the road outside. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think that works. Large flat stones have been crafted and fit together. Story time with Magic the Froggering? Yes, it is. Also, Sky, I do have some bad news. You're dead. You died. You'll never guess who killed you. Yes. Frosh, please tell us, how did you kill Sky? How did you commit this murder? This most heinous of acts. How did the frog kill the Sky itself? I punched him in the eye with my frog tongue. Hell yes. Sky, Frosh punched you in the eye with her frog tongue. Oh my god! Sky! Oh no! Sky! Thank you very much for the gifts! For the bits! Oh my god! That was a lot of damage. Oh my god! Oh my god! Frosh! Oh my god! In one swoop, Sky, you just took out half of Frosh's health. Oh my god! Amazing. Amazing. I'm ready to throw hands and tongues at this point. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are we about to have a fight? I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I was not expecting this to get violent. This was so unexpected. Sky, thank you very much for the bits. My dude, thank you. That was a very generous gift. Also, Frosh, I'm sorry that you're already almost dead. But Sky, you get... I lifted this to my mouth and I didn't take a drink. Sky, you get to dictate something I do. A game or I don't know. Within reason. Like, we're not gonna get crazy here, alright? But, yeah, you get to suggest something for me to do. You could suggest something for me to put in my world. If it benefits you, I'm always ready to die, even if it's by Sky's hands. No, Frosh! Frosh, don't say that! We need you alive. We need you to keep living. You are important. We need you to live. Okay, so... Large flat stones have been crafted. Large flat stones have been... chipped? Carved? Because when you're making paving stones, like rough-hewn ones, like not like perfect square ones, they like you want them to like chip them in certain ways. Yeah, I think chipped and fit together. I like the alliteration, the bit of alliteration there. So let's reread this from the top. Passing through the surprisingly thick walls, you emerge into a fairly large city square. Not too densely populated, but as the sun has already begun to set. The streets are wide and numerous, and appear to be much more neatly assembled than the road outside. Large, flat stones have been chipped and fit together similar to a jigsaw puzzle, creating an extremely even surface. I think that works a lot better. Thank you, Frosh, for the suggestion, suggestion of assembled. That was honestly a very good fit. On either side of the road, evenly spaced wooden posts appear to separate a small area of the paved way, where people are walking separately from the carts and horses that appear using the larger central... Alright, this sentence is a little... long. On either side of the road, evenly spaced... Hold on. Let's try it again. I felt like there was something weird there. Hold on. Let's get some water. Yeah, but Sky, you just shout if you want me to add something into the world. Doesn't have to be in this city. You can just say, put a Tarrasque in the game. Because I have no plans for Tarrasques in this world. I assume they exist, but I don't know where. But yeah, you just say, if you want something in the world, that works for me. If you want to do something completely different, that also works for me. But let's try this sentence again. On either side of the road, evenly spaced wooden posts appear to separate a small area of the paved way where people are walking separately from the carts and horses that appear using the larger central portion of the street. Yeah, like the hard area of the paved way where people are walking separately from the carts and horses. Yeah, I think the rest of this is unnecessary. On either side of the road, evenly spaced wooden posts appear to separate a small area of the paved way where people are walking separately from the carts and horses. If it is too long, punctuate area of the paved way, then cut where, and then begin a new sentence with people. Punctuate area of the paved way. So you're saying instead of... Hold on. So let's copy this whole sentence. You wouldn't even know what to add? I mean, anything. Literally. Any... Like... I don't know. Like, you know I have the goose from Untitled Goose Game in this world. Like, anything. I mean, literally. This world does not have... This world does not... There's no necessity that my characters will ever encounter it, but... Or that my players will ever encounter it, but what about what's your favorite Witcher monster? What is that? I mean, I know what the Witcher is, but, like, what's your favorite Witcher monster? So, Frosh, you're saying... On either side of the road, evenly spaced wooden posts appear to separate a small area of the paved way. Period. Period. People... Hold on. Okay. So this is the sentence we're editing right here. Add a nasty frog NPC who loves Lunchables to spite me, Sky. Sky, if you couldn't tell, Frosh is still a little upset about the whole Lunchables debate. Alright, let's look up the Leshen, because I don't even know what that is. Leshen. Witcher 3. Now, the creatures... The gourmet frog, I agree. Now, the creatures in The Witcher are based on real life, or based on real-life mythology, right? So, theoretically, there should be some history of these creatures. A Leshy, a Leshy. Leshy? Leshy. No, it is Leshy. Also known as Leshen or Spriggan in the game series, is a forest monster that is described as something that lives only to kill. When they kill something or someone, they do not leave much for any carrion eaters. Alright. But what does it look like? Ooh. That is... terrifying. Okay, cool. Let's see. I don't think I've ever heard of anything like that in D&D, but maybe? They have total control of nature around them, but it's limited. Alright, well, it looks like somebody already created one. Although I don't know if it's balanced or not. That's the only thing. Oh, here we go. Let's see here. All right. I think this might work. Leshen. Yeah, those things are, not gonna lie, they look terrifying. It's usually a pretty high level enemy in the game, so maybe not that balanced. It's not about level. I mean, they have very high level. So this thing has it as challenge rating 18, so that's pretty high. Challenge rating 18 is definitely high in terms of an enemy that could be encountered. So let's see here. Just currently reconnecting to my router. I may be gone for a second. All right, Frosh, no problem. Take your time. I know you've been working off your phone, so no problem. So they have magical resistance, legendary resistance. Okay, yeah, it sounds like a legendary creature, so that makes sense. And especially with that challenge rating, that makes perfect sense. Marked for death. If the Leshen has marked someone, a destroyed Leshen gains a new physical form, regaining all hit points and becoming active again. The new body appears at the heart of the forest. Huh. But that only happens if they're killed after they've marked someone. Okay. Although it doesn't say how they mark someone. Can communicate with all flora and fauna, but doesn't speak common. Fun. That's fun. Immune to being charmed, exhaustion, frightened, or paralyzed. Immune... Holy crap. Yeah, they power themselves by crafting their own totems and placing them where they want to control. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. That would actually be a fun quest to go kill a Leshen. Because if you kill it, then you have to go find its heart. Then you have to go find its new body. And kill it again, right? It still doesn't say how it marks someone. How does it mark someone in the game? Is that marking thing in the games as well? How does that work? So they only have a claw attack, but they have 4 legendary actions. Jesus, that's insane. Okay. Entangled, the Leshen digs its arms into the ground, extending its power to the trees around it. And then they can become entangled. You can summon a wolf pack. You can summon 1d4 plus 2 wolves. And they will fight to the death. Oh my god, that's vicious. Fighting wolves is somewhat low level, but the more there are, they get really powerful. Yeah, that mark thing... I don't know how I feel about that. Let's see what Reddit said about that. Yeah, nobody really commented on the mark. Welcome back, Frosh. We're still just looking at this monster. So they can summon they basically go, "Hey, nature," and then you're swarmed by wolves. Yeah, so they can entangle you, they can summon wolves, they can summon ravens, calling upon the ravens of the wood. The birds swarm a single target, dealing 1d4 bludgeoning damage and giving them disadvantage on their next attack. Afterwards, they disperse and watch from the branches of nearby trees. When the VPN protects you from your own router. Oh, love it when that happens. Teleportation. Ravens swarm the Leshen as it swirls into mist and reappears anywhere else in the forest. It can only travel as fast as the ravens, so 30 feet per second. Fun. So it's not necessarily instantaneous teleportation. That's still very interesting. All right, yeah, sure. If you want this to be your thing, Leshen's in the game. I may not use this exact stat block, but yeah, I'm down for that. Sounds like a really cool creature. Just gonna go ahead and save that. Cool. Leshen's in the game. Alrighty, back to this speech. Thank you very much, Sky, for the suggestion. That seems like a really interesting enemy to have to fight, both in The Witcher and in D&D. It seems like it would have a lot of interesting mechanics. Okay, so what Frosh was suggesting was putting a period after paved way. So on either side of the road, so hold on, let me go back to Frosh's. Then cut where and then begin a new sentence with people. Okay, so so the original sentence reads, on the either side of the road, evenly spaced wooden posts appear to... Hold on, let me get my presentery voice. On either side of the road. On either side of the road. On either side of the road, evenly spaced wooden posts appear to separate a small area of the paved way where people are walking separately from the carts and horses that appear using the larger central portion of the street. Boy, I ran out of breath at the end of that one. Yeah, okay. Then Frosh's suggestion, on either side of the road, evenly spaced wooden posts appear to separate a small area of the paved way. People are walking separately from the carts and horses that appear using the larger central portion of the street. Okay, I think that one could work. The third option, which I had done before Frosh's, was just cutting off like the last third of that sentence. So it just reads, on either side of the road, evenly spaced wooden posts appear to separate a small area of the paved way where people are walking separately from the carts and horses. I took a breath there, but I wouldn't normally. I don't know. What do y'all think? Any opinions on how those read? I mean, it's up to you on how descriptive you want to be overall. Yeah. So hold on. I want to try that third iteration again. No, because I think it can be that's what I'm thinking is... I'm thinking it can be intuited. Like, on either side of the road, evenly spaced wooden posts appear to separate a small area of the paved way where people are walking separately from their carts and horses. That's it. Just separately from the carts and horses. We've already described that there are spaced wooden posts separating the street. Separating a small area where people are walking separately from carts and horses. I think we can just get rid of that last section. I just don't think it's necessary. I think your suggestion was good if I was bent on keeping... Frosh, I think your suggestion was good if I wanted to keep that last section, but I think I want to get rid of it. I think it feels less. It feels like too much. Yeah, I just shortened what was there. Yeah, I think it just feels like too much with all the extras. So we're cutting that out. So on either side of the road, evenly spaced wooden posts appear to separate a small area of the paved way where people are walking separately from the carts and horses. The buildings are structurally quite different from that of Orestes. Many appear to be crafted... Oh, hold on. Sorry, my punctuation is incorrect. There we go. Many appear to be crafted out of the same materials and crammed together as though to make as much use of the available space as possible. Even with the limited construction, each one clearly has its own character and definition. A family home, a butcher, a supply store. The uniqueness of each was clear as the receding day, and presumably much of the city would be the same. And from their plot, but that's the basic description of what they see when they enter the city. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's the thing. Sky! Oh my god! What? Sky, thank you again for the cheer. What? Sky chose violence today. Sky! Why are you trying to kill Frosh? Oh my god! Frosh, you only have 100 left! Frosh, you're almost dead! Sky, why would you do this? Why would you try to kill our poor froggy friend? What? Sky! But it's not all about the money! Frosh, you're dead! You died! Oh no, Sky, how could you do this? I'm like weeds. No matter how hard you kill me and stomp me on your porch, I'll always grow back. So I have to watch out then. Ooh, that seemed like a threat, Sky. You better watch your back. But due to Sky's love of murder, by the way, Frosh, you're not the only one Sky has killed. Sky, to become the boss before preceding you, he killed me as well. He has killed 2 frogs to get to this position, to become the fourth boss. He is violent and cruel. Sky seems like that kind of person. But Frosh, I will say, due to Sky's adoration of killing frogs, you now get to ask me to do something. I don't know what. It's up to you. I don't know. Sky just had me add something to my game. But yeah, you don't have to do that. Sky also didn't have to do that, but hell, he added a great new terrifying villain to my game, so mini boss to my game. So you can make a request, either for something on likely for something on stream. I'm gonna be honest, it's probably gonna be for something on stream. So next we need to think of, so obviously, the Royal Palace. We need to think of places for our characters. Ah, I can type. I want to add a froggy companion to that monster Sky added. Oh my god, hold on. I gotta take notes now. I gotta take notes. This is gonna become very complicated. Okay, hold on. And the froggy friend is ready to abandon the villain if the crew is nice to him and join the party for the fight. Oh my god, Frosh! Yes! Hell yes! Hell yes! The Leshen has a Grung companion. Hold on. We gotta add mini bot. Okay, so hold on. This is gonna be. I gotta add this in the right spot on here. Okay, so this is gonna be in Orestes. Probably he's in a forest. Okay, hold on. I gotta think about this carefully. What's the name of the forest? Oh god, I don't remember the name of my... I don't remember the crap on my own continent. In the Gerain Forest... The Gerain Forest, hold on. So, let's pop up here. Hold on, so this is heading... Nope, don't... it's not a typo! Stop it! Alright. Gerain Forest. I believe this is heading 2. Nope, heading 3. Cool. Yeah, aren't these supposed to be... Hold on a second. Yeah, these are heading... Then why is this text different? There we go. Weird. Alright. Yeah, why is all this text different? I don't understand. Okay. So, in the Gerain Forest, we are... Oh boy, this is already getting exciting. So we need another page break. Hold on. How do I insert a page? I don't have to insert page breaks all that often, so I don't think about it. Cool. All right. Hold on a second. Let's check our pages. Nope. Cragix. Nope, that didn't do it. That definitely did not do it. Okay, hold on. So we are gonna add... This is so silly. Gerain Forest. Oh, nope. Yeah. Forest. Am I spelling this correctly? Hold on. Yep. Gerain Forest. Sky, do Leshens have names? Grung companion. Frosh? No. Leshen hunt. Frosh, we're gonna make a character. All right, we are. Hold on a second. I gotta check if I can do something. I don't want to. I don't want to mess with anything too much. So give me 1 second, everybody. Hold on, and I need to enter this page break. Page break. page break. Insert. There we go. Cool. All right. The Gerain Forest. I don't know why that's like that. It's weird. Okay. All right, the Gerain Forest, Leshen Hunt. All right, details of the hunt, they're probably just being asked to go kill this creature. Okay, Frosh. I'm excited. I've never created a character in D&D. Well, we're gonna make you a character in D&D. I just recently made a Grung for a one-shot and played it. It was so much fun. For one thing, Grung do not inherently... Grung are basically the frog race. They're basically poison dart frogs. But they don't inherently speak common. Unlike every other race. So, just by nature of existing, they cannot naturally communicate with other races. Except their own. It's the best character trait of all time. It's absolutely hilarious. Avi, if Avi pops back in, well, that sounds like me just being awkward. All right, hold on a second. Sorry, I'm just looking up a thing. Really quick. Shouldn't take more than another second. All right. We're just gonna go for it. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for doing this. Ah. All right. So we're gonna make a new character. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. All right, hold on a second. So we gotta change some things up here. So forgive me for a moment. Can I lock my? Sorry. We're gonna add a. We're just gonna hide that for the hot second. We're gonna add a window capture. Add existing. Where is this? Here we go. Ah! Alright, so hold on one second. Was not expecting to have to do this, so this is all just flying by the seat of my pants a little bit. It's fine, it's totally fine. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna make a new character. This is gonna be great. Oh boy, I'm so excited for this. So we are going to create a new character. Alright, it's being a little slow, so I apologize. But, so we're just gonna make it, And I thought the campaign can only be derailed while playing it. Oh no, it could be derailed just by creating the campaign. The campaign's in a constant state of derailment, and it's just me. It's like me pushing a train back on the tracks, but it's a real train, and I have my real life strength. So, you know, it's pointless. So I'm just constantly pushing, but I'm always trying to push it back on. Alright, so we're going to turn everything on because that's how I make characters. Alright, so Frosh, I guess we don't have to come up with a name first, but if you have a name, do you have a name for a character? If not, that's fine. I'm just asking. Just checking. Oh, what happened to the window? Why is the window so small? Hold on a second, everybody. Sorry, don't know what happened here. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, hold on. Interesting. Very interesting. Sorry, give me 1 second. I didn't realize that is... Huh, I was not aware it would do that. Let me think. Okay, yeah, no problem. There's no rush on that. Alright. So, first things first. Obviously, we know what... We don't even have to guess what race we're playing. We're playing a grung. Look at that cute boy. Look at the... Hold on, let's... Just so you're aware what we're dealing with here. Look at this cute boy. Look at this cute boy. Oh my god, I love him so much. Look at that. Look at this cute. Look at these cuties. Oh my god, I love them. I love them so much. They're so adorable. So yeah, so these are the grung. So we're just gonna straight up choose that. Nice and easy. Next, we are going to pick a class. So what kind of abilities... I've made many characters for many people before. Naturally toxic, just like you. Frosh! Oh my god! Vicious. Absolutely vicious. Alright, so... what does your frog do? What kind of is your frog like do they like to use magic? Do they like to fight from a distance? Do they like to fight up close? What do they do? Do they use a bit of magic and like maybe weapons or just weapons? Like you tell me, what are you imagining for this little frog dude? Is there something related to herbs or poison? Yes. Yes, there is. So, rogues can use poisons and like, and your skin naturally has poison. So, you could do that. I believe... Rogues are really, like, if you're looking for, like kind of an assassin-y type character, like if you're looking for poison and stuff like that, then yeah, rogue's definitely the way to go. Or druid, since it's going to be chilling out in the wilderness. Hold on. Grung are small creatures. Yes, they are very small. Ignore what I'm doing. I'm just checking something. This is not set in stone. I'm just... Circle of Spores, maybe? Halo of Spores, symbiotic entity. But yes, grung are small creatures. Oh! That is such a cool... that is such a cool circle. A small toxic assassin. Making poisons from your own skin. Hell yes, I'm all about it. Oh my god, it's so adorable. I love it. I love it so much. Alright, so definitely gonna be an assassin. So, just straight up. Oh, hold on 1 second, Frosh. My apologies. This is D&D Beyond. It is a character creator that I have access to all the books on D&D Beyond. So I can I can give access to people, or you can do it yourself and have you can make it yourself, but you'll have access to much more limited things. But like when you're in one of my campaigns, you can do whatever. But we're just making this frog character for Frosh. That's going to be paired up with your Leshen. Are poison darts or needles a valid weapon? You do need an account, but you can just use your Google account. Like, you can straight up just use your Google account. It's not even a thing. And you could even just make a throwaway account. Like, it doesn't matter. Yes, so you can use... So, now that we're a rogue, we can go ahead and look at equipment. So, you start off with a rapier, short sword, a short bow, and a quiver of 20. Okay, so it's probably not going to need the majority of this stuff. So we're... Oh, and we do have to pick a background, because that is going to give us some free equipment. Probably Outlander, I think? Outlander. Outlander would make sense. Ooh! Frosh, does your assassin frog play a musical instrument? Or speak another language? It doesn't have to, but it can. I'm thinking it might speak triangle. Okay, that's not an option, but we will say that it plays the it plays the triangle. I can add that manually. Cool, triangle. What about languages? So it should be able to talk to either the players or actually no. I've got a better idea. So, I think it should be able to speak with the Leshen, if it's going to work with the Leshen. Obviously, Leshens don't work with other creatures, but for some reason this one will. Or maybe the Leshen doesn't like this creature, but it's like, alright, you're part of nature, so you're fine, but... My first language is kindness. That's why I'll switch sides if the crew is being nice. Frosh, no, that's too wholesome. Oh no. No. Okay. So your first language is kindness. Okay, that's too. Okay, so we're just gonna say Sylvan. Or Primordial. We're gonna say Primordial. That's really... Oh my god, that's really cute. Holy crap, that's really cute. I'm sorry, that was really adorable. Okay. So... You're probably gonna have an explorer's pack. You're probably gonna have a short bow and a short sword. Okay, cool. Oh my god. Oh. We're creating this character. Let's watch the grunt getting floored on sight by the party. No! Oh my god, that'd be too sad. That would be just way too sad. Alright, so, Frosh, I do have a very important... It's not gonna have a quarterstaff. It's... This frog is not walking around with a quarterstaff. I refuse. It's got a short sword, a short bow, 2 daggers, leather armor, and arrows. Cool. Good enough. It may get a magical item or something later, but for now, that's fine. Okay, so now we need to choose how we're getting its ability scores. So the question is, Frosh, you don't like the sword? All right, no sword. Oh, right, because you wanted needles, right? Okay, so no sword. Sword, gone. Easy. All right, so hold on. You wanted darts. Ah, dart. Okay, so we've got darts. We've got lots of darts. Darts. Yeah, darts are doable. A dart of warning? God, that is the most useless item I've ever heard. A weapon of warning that you just throw away. Weapons of warning are expensive. Okay, so how many darts does it carry around? Does this frog carry around? Or a seeker dart. Ooh. When you whisper the word seek and hurl this dart, it seeks out a target of your choice within 120 feet of you. You must have seen the target before, but you don't need to see it now. If the target isn't within range or there is no clear path to it, the dart falls to the ground as matched. Otherwise, elemental winds go. When the target reaches its dart, or when the dart reaches its target, the target must succeed on a dex save or take 1d4 piercing and 3d4. Okay, we're giving it 3 lightning darts because that's absolutely hilarious. And we'll give it a logical amount. I don't know. It's really just a question of how many you want. They don't do a lot of damage. They do very small amounts of damage, but with your poison, they have the potential to do more. I think. No. They have the potential to inflict the poison condition, but you have to do that every turn, so... I don't know. 15? 20? How about we say 15? Because I just gave you 3 magical darts, so 15 darts. Oh, alright. Alright. Yeah, I'm just a support unit to cripple them slowly. There you go. That's the way to look at it. Alright, so you've got a short bow. Are you okay with the bow? If you don't want the bow, we can get rid of the bow and arrows as well. And I could probably up your number of darts at that point. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So no more bow and arrow. Do you have a... Hold on, just checking. Nope, okay, cool. So we will up your number of darts. We can up that to 30 darts. 27. 25. 25 darts. Plus plus 25 plus 3 darts. That should be good, right? I think. Yeah. So you've got Seeker darts, 2 daggers, 25 darts, 25 regular darts, and leather armor. All right, I think that's a pretty good I think that's a pretty good setup. So abilities. Now, these are what's going to determine how good you are. So the question is, Frosh, do you want to leave things up to chance? Or do you want to get a more reasonable variance in numbers? So you could get many high numbers, or you could get many low numbers. I'll leave the decision up to you. It's your character. The Lushan I don't have to do as much work on since they are pre-built, since people pre-built this stuff. But Grung, there are not so many NPC Grungs around. There we go. There is a stat that increases the chance of status effects. Not for... I know what you're referring to. So your poison... Your poison is just straight... Is just a straight number. For you, it doesn't really change. How well the answer is no, not really. Not really. But the question is, do you want to just choose from a set of numbers, or do you want me to roll for them? Or do you want to roll for them? I'm happy to roll for them. I've got dice just everywhere, so... Or we could just toss some numbers in here. Yeah, but as far as inflicting side effects, your specific poison is not the different stats. So there's the tomato explanation. You know what a tomato is, I'm sure. Probably. I shouldn't assume that, but I'm guessing you know what a tomato is. So tomatoes. The tomato example for ability scores, strength is how... Yeah, you know what a tomato is. Strength is how easily you can crush a tomato. Dexterity is how well you can throw a tomato. Constitution is how well... It's bad phrasing, but how well you can eat a bad tomato without getting sick. Intelligence is knowing that a tomato is not a fruit. Or that, sorry, intelligence is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Sorry, always got that one mixed up. Intelligence is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing that that tomatoes do not go in a fruit salad. And charisma is being able to sell a fruit salad with tomato in it. That is the base example for what the stats are. That made more sense than it should. Yeah, no, I know. That's why I love the example, because it's like, God, that really explains it super well. Yeah, intelligence is just about knowing the information, but wisdom is like the actual application of that information. And some general other, like, senses and stuff. So, I can roll for this stuff. Or we can just apply these numbers. We have 6 numbers that we're just given that we can use. That's like a good varied amount. But I will leave that decision up to you. So we can leave it in the hands of Lady Luck, or just choose our own way. You'd like to be good at Constitution and Charisma? Okay, we can do that. We'll probably also make Dex high up there, but we can prioritize Constitution and Charisma. Although we maybe you're not good at Dex. The rest can be up to luck. Okay, So you know what? We're just gonna roll for it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna roll. So they do give us rollers. I don't use their roll. I don't use their dice. So we're just gonna roll for it. So hold on 1 second while I get some dice. And I think this would actually be a good opportunity to take a quick break. We will be right back while I'm going to go get some dice and fill up on water because I am empty. And we'll be right back to roll some dice and finish setting up these stats. See y'all very soon. I can talk really well tonight, clearly. We'll be right back, everyone. Hello, everyone. We're back. So we have 4 dice, 4 very pretty dice. We've got our nice blue slate one, our purple one. This was actually from our first set of dice. I love these purple ones. We've got a nice black one with kind of not almost slight marbling, but not really. And then another blue one, light blue with white. But yes, thank you, Frosh. Imagine a charismatic frog that can eat rotten stuff but is dumb as a rock. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we are going to roll for stats. So we have to roll. So we are going to roll all 4 of these dice 6 times. We're then going to drop the lowest number that we roll out of each set of 4, and those three we'll add the top 3 dice together. And that will be 1 stat. So, I'm going to roll all 4. We rolled... Wow, okay. We rolled a 5, a 5, a 4, and a 2. So we're going to drop the 2. And that means our first stat is going to be a 14 that we can add somewhere. So, hold on. Let me... I don't... Can I add a note in here? Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so 14. So we're going to type up 4 numbers, or 6 numbers. So our first number is 14. Yeah, 14 out. So the highest we can roll is 18. The lowest we can roll is 3, which I've only done once, and I've made a lot of characters. So next roll, we rolled a 4, a 4, a 5, and a 3. So again, pretty good. So that is 13. So our second number is 13. You know what? We'll put this in order just so it's easier to read. Third roll. Oh no. Okay. We rolled a 3, a 3, a 2, and a 1. So our next stat is 8. That's a bad sign. That's not so great. All right, we got a 6, a 3, a 3, and a 5. Pretty good. That's pretty top. So another 14. So we've got 2 more. Okay. All right. A 5, a 5, and 2 3s. So that's another 13. All right. This frog is looking pretty good, Frosh. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we know where that 8 is going, unless we roll something lower for the last number. So this is it. This is the last roll. Are we hoping for... Frosh, I'll ask you, are we hoping for something high or something low? Strong NPC. Very, very. Are we looking for something really high or something really low? Low. Alright. Low roll. Low roll. we got a 1, a 2, a 5, and a 6. This frog! Alright, so, this is not a terribly bad frog. So this is what we're dealing with, folks. These are our numbers. So, Frosh, let me guess where... Okay, that's a pretty buff frog. Yeah. So, let me guess where you want that 8. Let's make Froggy OP. Alright, we're making the Froggy super OP. Alright, that works for me. So, just so you're aware, we do get an automatic +2 to Dexterity and an automatic +1 to Constitution. Oh, you want the 8 into Strength. Okay. Interesting. Alright. 8 Strength. Sorry, you said dumb as a rock, so I assumed intelligence. But okay. 8 Strength. So that leaves us with 3 13s and 2 14s. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Of course I would roll really high on a really low roll. Oh, come on. But now the rolls are so good. I mean, we can always just say we roll... You're welcome to make the character worse if you want. I just thought it would be fun. I mean, we could... hold on. Hold on one second. So we still have both these. So hold on. 14... I actually want to check something. Can we go negative? No, you can't. Okay, never mind. So... 8 Strength. 14 in both Constitution and Charisma. So your Constitution is now 15 and your Charisma is 14. Your Constitution is 15 because of the +1. So if I could actually make a suggestion, because all the rest have to be 13. So if I could actually make a suggestion, up to you, but so the way your characters get stronger on even or weaker in terms of the 8 on even numbers. So for every even number above 10, their addition goes up by +1. And then obviously if it goes to an even number below 10, it goes -1. So if we put your dex is going to be +2, so 13. So it goes up to 15. But if we make the dexterity 14, it goes up to +3 instead of +2. And your constitution is currently 15 because it gets +1. So if we bump that down to 13, you still have that +2. But I'll leave that up to you, what you want to do. Because that's just in terms of optimization, that's what I would do. But sometimes it's not about optimizing the character. Sometimes it's just for fun, so... You want to do that? Okay. So, and then all the rest of these are 13. Unbelievable. Jesus. I'm German, I love efficiency. There you go. That's the right way of looking at it. Alright. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Alrighty. Cool. Unbelievable. What level is this frog gonna be? This frog is gonna be level... Oh. So, hold on. 18... I need to think about this for a second. Let's look at your level up bonuses. So at level I see it like that. When the party's nice, they get rewarded with a pretty decent ally. Yeah, yeah, no. I agree. And if they don't, then they have to fight it. It makes more sense for them to want to make friends than to want to make enemies. Imposter. Alright, so I think... Ooh. I think we're gonna go up to level 15. So hold on. CR 18. Okay. So the CR of a character should be about 1/4 of their level. So... Sorry, I'm doing some math. It's a little... I'm doing some internal math for if they have to fight you. Just to figure out what level would... Because fighting a CR 18 creature is not easy. Especially one that can summon more enemies. So... I'm just trying to think about what level you would be that would keep on par with a CR 18 creature. They better make friends with me. Yeah, exactly. Either way, they're gonna be... You're probably... Ooh, that's the thing, is... Are you gonna be a higher level than them, or a lower level? So they're currently... Reality is... If they're meeting you, they're likely on a mission to die. So unless they work with you, they may just die. They might just straight up die if they don't work with you. Alright, so I'm thinking... Oof. Yeah, I'm not going to think about it in terms of the... Okay, so the question is... but then you must at least give them a hint that I may not be initially... So the way I'm thinking of it is that just based on the Leshen's nature, it's not going to want to be friends with you. It doesn't really like you. You keep hanging around... But it just sees you as another forest creature. It's not thinking about you as an individual. It doesn't really like you. It doesn't really like you, but it's not actively trying to kill you. So for the most part, it's probably just going to ignore... Yeah, you just kind of use each other. So I'm just trying to think... In terms of... what would be a fun... I'm thinking... Let's take a look at assassins in the monster manual. Because there is actually an assassin NPC, which I could have just statted a grung to, but that's not nearly as fun as this. I much prefer actually building creatures. Assassin. Assassins are... Oh! I'm having the time of my life right now. This is so fun. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. So assassins are CR level, are CR 8. Okay. So if you're just a straight up assassin, that means you're about CR 8. So hold on, I need to do a reverse, because I was doing level to CR, not CR to level 5e. Hold on. So this is going to be interesting. Okay. So a CR8 creature would be level 12, I think. Because it would be 2/3 character level. Yeah. Right? Because 2/3 of 12 is 8. He goes, yeah, okay. So yeah, so you would be about level 12. Okay, cool. Cool. So you would get a... Yeah, you know what? That actually works really well. That actually works really well. Okay, so level 12. Boy, you get a lot of stuff. Okay, cool. So, what are you good at? You get a set of skills to pick out of. So the question is, are you... You get to pick 4 skills right now to be really good. That you're going to end up being very good at every skill. So every role is basically going to have a minimum, no matter what. But for the ones that don't have that minimum, you're going to be extra good at some of these. So acrobatics, deception, insight, intimidation, investigation, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, or stealth. You can pick 4 out of that list. 4 out of this list. Jesus Christ. This frog is going to be so OP by the time we're done with it. Can you write that down? Okay, yes, hold on. Yes, I can write that down. Give me 1 second. So everything but... Hold on 1 second. This is... Sorry, this is not... This is super out of date, so... Yeah, no, I'm aware that was a... Don't worry, you're fine. I'm aware that was a bit much. Ah! Yes, I know you can't read it. Give me 1 second. I promise I'm working on it. Alright, yeah, let's do it like that.
Was on negotiations they were big for peace ensure.
There we go.
War was rid with a southern pyramid.
There we go. Hold on, let me change it. I'll change the text so you can actually read it instead of this.
They searched for Pharaoh's lineage tome, but entry barred was forced to roam. So the wonders.
So this is the list you can pick from. No, it's not taking... Frosh. This is so much fun. I love making characters, especially making characters. Yeah, you could choose any 4 of those. You already have one of them. There's another one on this list, athletics, but you already get it. So you already get, because of the background I gave, I just gave you a background because of just the grung race. I really should have asked you, but you already get athletics and survival, so you just get those for just existing, for just having a background. But yeah, you can pick any 4 from this list.
Now Osman claimed of his foul play, Jabari's anger fuel to slay, and shouting loud was heard to say, "You challenge me this."
And if you need to know what any of them do, please just ask. I'm happy to answer. I live for making characters. I make characters all the time. It is so much fun just making random characters that will never ever be used. Ever. I'm not in it. I will never be in enough campaigns to keep up with all the characters that I make. It just isn't gonna happen. Deception, stealth, perception, and persuasion. Cool. Sounds good to me. Deception, stealth, perception. Wait, do you get perception? That's really funny. Perception is not one of the ones I can pick. What? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Did I just find something broke? Hold on. Hold on. I need to check something. I think we just discovered a bug in their programming. I do the same thing for Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I used to do the same thing for Fallout as well. Oh my god. Frosh, do you know what we did? We found a bug. That's hilarious. Okay. We broke the system. So we're gonna just... Oh, wait. Hold on. You already... That's why! We didn't break it! You're just already proficient. But then it should have listed it. But you're already proficient. You already have it. So... You get to pick another one. You already have perception. I didn't know that came with the... I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't realize Grung just got perception for free. That was hilarious. I was like, oh my god, did we just find a bug in the system? Like, I feel like people would have noticed this before now. No, this is... It's all correct. It's all correct. Can you explain acrobatics and sleight of hand? Yes. So... Acrobatics is, dex-based. Athletics is strength-based. Acrobatics is basically, like trying to do a cartwheel or, climbing up a ship's rigging or something. and athletics or how like nimble you are. Acrobatics is about how nimble you are. Athletics is about how it's kind of like endurance and how strong and how well you can apply your strength to things. So it's like, how easily can you lift some dumbbells? How quickly can, or how well can you lift this box or something? They're a little, acrobatics and athletics are a little finicky. But you already, so athletics is strength based, acrobatics is dex based. That's the real difference. So you already have athletics. So you had the strength-based one, which means you have -1, but this will make you automatically better. So it doesn't... Although we can... Like, yeah. There's not really a great way to do this. Oh, and sleight of hand is basically... How well can you steal things? How well can you... slip poison into someone's drink? How well can you cheat at a game of cards? How well can you... Yeah, it's very much like the sneaky, like, oh, I can perform parlor tricks with my hands, and oh, which ball is the cup in? Kind of thing. Sleight of hand. You want that. Okay. I kind of thought you might. So, funny thing about rogues, they get to be even better at things. So, you get to pick 2 out of any of that list of skills, plus, like, anything that we're already good at, you can get even better at, basically. And that includes using thieves' tools, which you use to, like, pick locks and stuff. So yeah, so you can pick another... Actually, you can pick another 4. You can pick 4 of those things to just get much better at. Rogues. My god. They are hilarious. You choose the same 4. Let's get very... Alright, same 4. So you chose Deception, Stealth, Persuasion, Sleight of Hand. Okay. Deception, Stealth, Persuasion, and Sleight of Hand. Very nice. Alright. So, now, we get to get even better at some stuff. At your base scores. So your ability scores. So you have your abilities. We've got them set up. 8, 16, 14, 13, 13, 14. So now we can increase these scores even more. So I think we get 4 right now. 1, 2, yeah. So 4 times. We can do this 4 times. We can increase up to a maximum of 20. We can increase 2 of these scores by 1, or 1 of these scores by 2, and we can do that 4 times. So, let's just take it 1 at a time. So, you can increase 2 by 1, or 1 by 2. So if you wanted to, you could bump up your Constitution to 16. You could bump up your Wisdom and Intelligence to 14 each. You could bump up your Dexterity to 18, nearing max. God, I love this game. It's... I'm not a math guy by any means. I'm just not a math person. But my God, when it comes to this game, I just love the numbers. What stat will you need to do the most rolls for? Likely, for you, as a rogue, it's probably dexterity. Dexterity is probably going to be your highest stat. You're probably going to want dexterity to be your higher stat. Although that's not necessarily true. You did say you want to be able to just eat whatever. So maybe you want Constitution to be your highest. I mean, you can upgrade 4 times. So, it's really up to you. What you could do is you could dedicate one of them to upgrading each of these by 1. And then put the rest into Dexterity and Constitution. Or Charisma. I mean, I don't know. You said you want to be very charismatic and very constitutional. But as far as the ones you're probably going to have to roll the most for, it's probably Dexterity. Yeah, in 2 sets you can max it. Using a full 2 sets, 2 out of your 4 upgrades, you can max it. You can cap out Dexterity. Do you want to? Is that what you want to do? Dexterity is the recommended highest for sleight of hand and stealth checks. Yeah, they are. At least for a rogue. Yep. No, that's what we're talking about, Shiloh. Also, hello, Shiloh. Welcome. How's your Friday going? We're just having a good time making Frosh died. Frosh died, unfortunately. Sky killed her. So, she's getting to make a character for my campaign. You'll max out Dex, and the rest of the points will go to Alright, we can split that up. So, Dex it is. Dex. I've been baking and making. Ooh, baking? What you been baking? Yes, Frosh died, but Frosh will come back as a grung. It's alright. Sky is frickin' rude. I agree. Alright, so we are all set. That's it. That's the character right there. Yeah, we'll give you steady aim. Why not? Okay, I think that's everything. So these are your stats now. So your dexterity is now 20. It is capped out. It is the highest it can be, short of magic items. You've got Constitution and Charisma upped, which increased your overall health. Your max hit points are 99. You are 1 shy because we didn't roll. We just took the average. So, okay, that's hilarious. All right, so I guess there's only a couple things left to do. Well, this isn't for. Well, it could be for an upcoming game. I don't know. Are there perks or something you can add? So there are feats, but you would have to trade out some of those ability upgrades to get them. There are things called feats, but you would have to give up the upgrades that we gave you, the ability upgrades to get them. Yeah, no, they're not for everybody. So all that's left is to who's calling you rude? We're calling, yeah. You tell him, Shiloh. You tell him. All right, so what? Okay, so Frosh, I guess we can go into more details about, like, oh, what do they look like? What's their alignment? Like, what are their flaws, their personality? We can go into more details, but I think first, have you thought of a name for this lovely little grung of ours? This lovely little, they have such adorable names, too. Only if you want to. It's up to you. This is, hey, if you want to, if you don't want to, you don't have to. I can make up some stuff, or whatever. But but this is your character. I'm happy to do whatever you want to do. Don't make me summon St. Marcus von Halgren through the power of Lathander. He'll pummel your ass back to the Shadow Hell. Oh my god, Shiloh. How... You're willing to summon that in my chat? That seems risky. What about the collateral damage? Yeah, I can just assign it some random things. I mean, it doesn't have to be any detail, any more detailed than this. But yeah, we can play it as it is now. Viridi Eratium. Ooh, I like it. All right, there we go. Viridi Eratium. Neutral term for angry green. Alrighty, cool. Yeah, we can always come back to stuff like this. This is not... Well, you can have if you want. Do you want a gender? I mean... You don't have hair. Why are you asking? Is the gender is why are you asking? How old is this grung? Sorry, 1 second. I'm just Oh my god, no. Frosh, grung are fully grown in 1 year, and they only live to be 50 years old. They only live to 50 on average. They're so tiny. They're between 2.5 and 3.5 feet tall and average 30 pounds. No. They're so small. All right, I think we're gonna say you're probably, let's say 13. And again, you're a full-grown adult in 1 year, so when am I fully grown to be out of teenage phase? You're fully at 1 year old, you're considered an adult. You are considered full grown at 1 year. According to this, age. Grungs mature to adulthood in a single year, but have been known to live up to 50 years. 2. Alright, you are 2 years old. Don't worry. Small is the default. You are tiny. So let's say, so the average about 30 pounds. Let's say average 30 pounds. Let's just say average 30. Yeah, average. Height, we can say 2.5. Skin and eye color? Honestly, at this point, the character's basically done. I mean, it doesn't have a personality yet, but like that can be that can be randomly generated if we want it, if we just wanted to do that. Eye color orange. Okay. Orange eyes and olive green. I like it. All right, olive green skin. Do you want to do personality and stuff or allies? Leshen. Do you want to do personality and stuff? I want to be invisible in the mud. You don't want to. You're not wasting time. Okay, we can leave that out. I have an idea for what your character wants to be already, so I think we're good. This is it. This is the character. Welcome, dragon. We just finished making Froshi a character. All right, Shiloh. We'll see you soon. All right, so let's toss in a. Hold on. We gotta make this character sheet its our own. Hold on. So definitely gonna make the. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'm about it. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. A character portrait. I think I can change character, right? Can't I? Okay, well, we gotta go Underdark mode. I mean, that's just... Nice. Why can't I change the character portrait, though? That's really weird. Oh! Change portrait. There we go. That one will do. Yeah, I had to scroll down. I think this orange one works well. I mean, it doesn't have to look exactly like the character. These are just pre-generated ones. Yeah, we'll stick with this orange one. I kind of like it. Ah! Stop it. Alrighty, this is your character. There we go. You have a +11 to deception. Frosh, you're such a good liar. I had no idea. And look at that. You are so stealthy. My god. +13 stealth? Hold on. Let's see here. Well, boy, that was a roll. This is why I don't use the online dice rollers, because I hate them. They always roll badly for me. This is why I use physical dice. God damn it. So this is the side. This is the Leshen's unbegrudging partner. Oh my god. Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I rolled a nat 1. Unbelievable. It is much stronger than it should be. Oh my god. Alright. That's it. We're done here. Let's go back to what we were doing before this. Thank you very much, Frosh. That was a lot of fun. I really appreciate that. I had a really good time with that.
A wonderful
Leshen Hunt.
10 leagues or more, for riches quests and to explore. Many deeds there unsung fall. On carpets
I'm glad you had a good time, Frosh. I had a great time. That was so much fun.
win renown and
Beardy. Ah! I can type.
well-deserved
Beardy.
all their fame. Hear the
Horatio.
tale of the bold one's name.
Grung Assassin.
The hero through the entrance door
Would you mind telling us what character you have in mind for them?
to find what's lost they may
What do you mean?
the things that the thief had
For you mean like how I'm gonna play Beardy? Well, they don't speak common. So because they don't speak common, their communication is going to be slightly limited in terms of who they can talk to. Oh yeah, personality-wise, yeah. Well, just the way you were describing them, despite their relatively high stats, they are not the smartest.
then went on to track the
They're not the smartest frog in the pond. I'm thinking that, well, hold on one second. I have to change the music, because this music is, God, I hate it when it does this. I just wish it would give me, stick to the playlist that I want it to stick to. There we go. Just stick to this playlist. Please. That's all I ask of you. This one playlist. That's it. Okay. Oh, and I closed that page. Whoops. Yes, so, I imagine I'm smart for frog standards. I was just born into a world with human standards. It's not your fault. Humans are one of the dominant species. Of course, there are also elves and lots of other, and halflings and gnomes and the like. And you do live on, but you do live on an area that has a lot of humans, or on a continent with a lot of humans. But the area you live in, the Jerain Forest, is mostly wilderness. There are a couple of wood elf villages, we're gonna say, but they are not. There's not really a kingdom. It's too. The forest is too wild and untamable. So I feel like I should actually just write this down. Large portion of continent. So yeah, you live here, and you may have come from another section of the continent, where you were born, and there are lots of other grung, but you were like, nah, I'm not about I'm too smart for you people, and then you tried to fit in a human city, and you're like, I don't understand what anybody here is saying. I'm leaving. I'm going back to the wilderness, and you went back, and Weirdy went back and was less like, can't fit in with humans, and I'm too smart for other grung. I'm gonna go do my own thing over there, like just that way. And so you then met up with the Leshen and were like, hey, you seem not terrible, and the Leshen just like groaned and screamed at you or whatever. I'm not like other frogs. I'm not like other frogs. I'm mysterious and cool. Unlike those other grung, I have a sense of standards. But yeah, so like you're pretentious. You're a pretentious frog. But you are smart in comparison to other frogs. In comparison to humans, you're probably smarter than some humans too, but because you can't speak common, because you are literally incapable of communicating with them, you can't prove that. So it's like you can't understand what they're saying, they can't understand what you're saying. It's a mess. It's a real mess. Um, too wild for large settlements. Small villages of loosely aligned. No. Small villages. No. Contingent of wood elf protectors. Guard the north. Guard the north end of the forest. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I think you're kind of like. Is like you because you can't talk to people, you have a hard time getting along with them. So yeah, I don't know. It's not that you're dumb. You just can't. You just literally cannot communicate with people. So yeah, I think that's a good interpretation of, like, it's a good blend of like what you were describing and how the stats worked out. Ugh. So we gotta get back to Krakex. All right. Is this supposed to be heading one? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. When you're done playing this character, I'd love to know how it turned out. Well, it might be a while, as the recommend. Hold on. So I have a website that recommends when people, like, how to pace when people should fight each other. Oh, excuse me. So this is a party of now. Oh god, how many? There's now 7. Well, soon it'll be 7. 7 level 5s. So if they want to fight just a single CR 18 monster, which is about what the Leshen would be. Oh, I have to set minimum. Whoops. Oh, funny. There in oh my god, in all of official material, there is only one CR 18 creature. That's hilarious. So this would be. Ooh. So if they got you on their side, they might have a chance. If they don't, they're straight dead. They are straight dead. They do not have a chance. This is a deadly. This is a beyond deadly encounter. Kindness is always rewarded. This is true. Knowing my players, they will be the majority of them might be too dumb to realize that they're supposed to ally with you, and they'll just try to fight you. So I know them. It's not going to go the way we want it to. Alright, so we gotta go to Krakex. we got this written out. So I need, well, death it is then. You are not wrong, but I really don't want to kill my players because that would, I love the story that my players are in. I've worked on so long and so hard, and I just want it. I just want them to enjoy it, and for it to all go smoothly, and for them all to survive to the end of it. Any other campaign, I don't care, but this is the first campaign that I wrote, and it's just very near and dear to my heart. So any other campaign, I'm fine. Like, if they die, they die. Like, it's not like I'm trying to keep them alive, but I would prefer to see them live, because they all really like their characters, and I may not like every part of their characters, but they really like their characters, and I would like to see them continue. I'll make it work. It's not about making it work, it's just about making sure they're not too stupid and die. That's more what it's about. But anyways, I guide them to kindness. Yeah, well, kindness begets kindness, and they are not all the most kind people in the world. So, let's figure out what to name some stores. I need to come up with some store names. I need to come up with some places to stay, some inns and taverns, and I need to build this place out. So all suggestions are acceptable. Well, within reason. Let's see, what would be... Let's see. What would be... So, I know there's the Royal Palace. What kind of creatures? It's primarily human. With... It's probably close to 80 to 85%. I should actually type in these population statistics. Statistics. It's probably population. Humans 85%. No, not yeah. Maybe closer to 80% humans. Maybe 10% elvish. Maybe 12% elvish, I think. And 8% other. That's probably accurate statistics. In contrast, Orestes was very different. Orestes was like had a much higher human population. It was like probably 92%. It's more of a snobbish city, I guess. Yeah, so basically, this city can be likened to Rome. It's kind of the Rome of this continent. So the whole world is very anachronistic. Like, things don't quite match up or make sense in terms of how things work. But the city is very Roman in a lot of ways. Are there lower class people at the entrance part of it? Yes. So So hold on a second. I do have a map that I am working on. Hold on one second. I'll have it up in just a second. Give me one moment. Just so you can see what I'm kind of working with. I haven't... The map is not 100% complete yet. It's not even... Yeah, honestly, the map's bare... The map's only got the bare essentials at the moment. It's not even close. There are lower class people towards the entrance. But they're not the first thing you see, but they are near the entrance and the back side of the city. So basically, you can kind of imagine the whole city, imagine the whole city's kind of like a cone, almost. So, hold on. I'll bring this up here. So I will share my... One second, let me share my display. So this is kind of what I'm looking at, in terms of the city. This is the rough outline of the capital city. So the interior here, so there are 3 major walls. So there's the exterior wall, which obviously goes around the whole city. There's the secondary wall, which kind of separates... This is kind of like the upper class neighborhood, almost. Kind of like the... Well, what would I liken it to? Yeah, it's just like it's just an upper class area separated from the rest of it. Like, it's not that the rest of it isn't necessarily nice. It's just, this is like the super nice area. And then there's this third really tiny wall that's the, where the palace is. So just for a visual, palace. I haven't named the areas yet either, but this is the palace. This is the upper crust, I guess, would be this area, sort of, I guess, yeah. And then everything else. So, but the whole thing is, so the palace is the highest point in the city. It all goes very sharply up to this point. The palace is probably a solid 1/4 of a mile above the rest of the city. The party is entering through here. They are entering through the main entrance. So you can see that north is off to this side. It's going off to the left. So they're approaching from the west. 1/4 of a mile, you say, huh? I don't think I said 1/4 of a mile, but when did I say quarter? Did I say 1/4 of a mile in my document? Just poking fun at me. Okay. But yeah, so this area, I'm imagining, is the area that's really being described. So, like, there's a nice little entrance area. So this is really the main entrance. Well, not main entrance, just the west entrance. And I'm imagining kind of like, if I had to roughly divide it up, I'm thinking like this, well, probably closer to like this area, maybe, is all... Ah, hold on. I'm imagining something along these lines, like, and then there's a little area outside the walls, maybe here or something. So something like that is the kind of... That's one of the maybe lesser reputable areas, I'm thinking. Maybe. And then I'm also thinking that there may be another... It has very medieval European vibe. It does! It's... The wall design is not very Roman, but the... When I say Roman, I don't necessarily mean in architecture. Although architectural-wise, it is extremely Roman. But in terms of their politics and such, it's very Roman. And then I'm thinking something like this area, maybe, is also kind of a little bit of a slum. Yeah, I do like the whole medieval vibe. It's very much my kind of thing. So yeah, so hopefully this gives you an idea of what I'm sort of thinking with this city. So yeah, obviously, river running right through the middle of the city, but, you know, it worked with, like, this being a large hill, so, you know. Alright, gonna go ahead and switch back here. Oh, and that's still up. Whoops. There we go. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking with the population. So the reason the other is 8% is because it's just a very human-dominating area. There are groups of there are villages of halflings and other such things, but I sent you a medieval map of my birth town on... Ooh. Hold on, let's check this out. Sorry, chat. We're gonna go check this out. This sounds awesome. That's the problem with the US. We don't have anything medieval. Or if we do, it's all not... Oh, that's sick! Hold on, my... there we go. Wow, that is super detailed. I love that the church is the biggest building in there, on the map. Sorry, hold on. Parts of it are still there to this day, and they are under strict protection. I can imagine. Parts of the walls are still in the inner city and some of the buildings. That is so cool. That's really sick. Yeah, maps like this are what I'm using for, like, my inspiration for cities and stuff. Obviously, this one is going to be, like, 3 times the size of the map you sent me, but, like, that map is still, like, the inspiration for what I'm doing. Like, it's very much, like, of that style. Alright, so we've got, what other statistics? Change the church with a palace structure and lift it on a mountain. We've got the structure of your town. That's why it reminded me. Yeah, no, it's very similar. It's very, very similar. I can see, I could definitely see it. Okay. So let's see. Let's try and think of places of note, and then we can bounce back. So, I know I have the Royal Palace. And there is a they have a not mage school. It's not a school. Oh, what's the word for it? Hold on. Hold on. I have to go look this up. I can't think of the word for it anymore. It's like an academy, but not like a teaching academy necessarily. It's a research academy. I don't know. But there's like a specific word that I'm looking for, and I can't remember what it is. Maybe I just was... Yeah, no, you know what? Maybe the word I was just thinking of was academy. But I feel like there's got to be something better than that. Scholarly? What's a scholarly? I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Is it something in German, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't sound like a German word to me, but, I mean, I don't... It's just a synonym for scientific. Oh no, don't worry about it, Frosh. It's okay. I'm just trying to think of a better name than like... I was thinking of a place scholars would go. Sure. Yeah, academy, academia, but yeah, what are some synonyms for academy? Maybe if I look up synonyms. Stop it. Oh my god. University? Yeah, but it's not a university. It's... Oh, this isn't at the entrance. This is not at the entrance. Sorry, I'm not necessarily thinking in terms of, like, places they'll see right off the bat. I'm just... Ooh. Athenium. Oh. Here's the problem with that. So Athena is a goddess that exists in my world. My world, every god and goddess exists. Every single one of them. You name a god or goddess from any pantheon that's ever been thought of, it exists. Monastery. Yeah, I could go with monastery. I don't know. We're gonna, why don't we call it the... I don't want to just call it the Imperial Academy. How about the... Divine implies... Ooh. They do have... So interesting thing about Krakex, following the whole Roman thing, obviously, is that they have a strict policy on what gods can be worshipped. And I haven't 100% set what god... You can see I have a Gods of Krakex set right here. I have Gods of Krakex right here. Have not... That section is still empty. But Divine. Because Divine Magic is a type of magic in D&D. There are really... three types of there are really three types of magic. Although they say there's two, but there's really three. So there's divine magic, which is power received from a god. There is arcane magic, power which draws on the inherent magical essence of existence, or the world, or the planes, or whatever. And then there's nature, which draws on the power of nature. And nature and arcane are kind of intertwined a little bit, but I like to think of them as separate. So it would shift the types of gods you can use. Yeah. So also in my brain, I guess I was thinking of them as being more wizardly and not necessarily religion casters. That's my only hesitancy with Divine. But, going off Athenium, if I figure out what gods they worship, if I figure out what the approved gods they worship are, I might be able to pick one. And Athena is not going to be one of them. I can say that straight off. The Greek gods are not... the Greek and Egyptian gods are not popular. The Greek, Egyptian, and Roman gods are not popular gods in this world. But... Okay, so let's see here. Let's see. So, we're not doing this in alphabetical order at all. Let's see. I'm just going to type out a bunch of names that I think would work, and then I'm probably going to pare it down a bit. So we'll probably have Bahamut. Mistra might work, although I think Mistra might be dead. I don't remember. Mistra might be dead in my canon. Hold on. I need to look up Mistra. Mimir is in the Nordic mythology. Yeah, and the Norse gods do exist in this canon. Like I said, every god exists in some form or format. Actually, one of my players is named Freya, and they've now met 2 different versions of Freya. Really just messed her up. Like, she has no idea, because Freya's not her real name. It's just sort of, she took the name Freya because she probably heard it one day, was like, oh, that's a good name. Is Paylor still a... Yeah, Paylor might be good. Mistra, Paylor. I feel like Mistra might be dead. Yeah, Mistra's dead. In official D&D canon, Mistra is dead. Oh, because I think she died in the second Sundering? Mimir might be interesting. Okay, so Mistra... Alright, let's take a look. Okay, so Mistra might work. But, Paylor... Let's see, Mimir... Would Mimir be worshipped? Deities of Eberron, deities of Dragonlance... Mimir is actually not listed in my book. That's weird. Okay, but Ogma from Celtics. Ogma... Oh, Ogma might work. Yeah, yep, Ogma might work. Might be starting to run to a little crossover with a couple other deities I thought might work. Oh, really? Goibinya? I didn't realize Goibinya was Celtic. Let's see. Ogma might be good. I was thinking of Daenerys, but Ogma might be a good replacement. Because Daenerys is the god of writing and knowledge. Ogma is the god of speech and writing and knowledge. So I think I could probably replace Daenerys with Ogma, at least for this city. Obviously the Raven Queen. Where is the Raven? The Raven Queen? Is the Raven Queen even listed in here? So Lune is definitely not, which is hilarious. That's so funny. I do not see the Raven Queen in here. What? Hold on. That can't be right. God. Cord. Narrow. Thurisden. That is so strange. I'm very surprised. And Ogma is a warrior as well, which is quite fitting for a capital uniting wisdom and strength. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That would be a good fit. This lists the Greyhawk deities. That is hilarious that this does not list. Oh my god. That's really funny. Alright. Huh. She's not in the... Alright. Well, she's like one of the basic goddesses in my world. Like, she replaces most of the gods of death. So... I think we're going to take another break. We're coming up on 3 hours. I would like to get some more water, just top it off, and we will be right back. Hopefully with a little bit less of the top of my head and a little bit more talking and exchanging of ideas. So we will be right back. Take a stretch, get some water, get some liquid. We'll see you soon. Alrighty, we are back. How's everyone doing? Everybody have a good break? Alright. So, enough head and book. We're just gonna come up with some... welcome back again. Thank you very much, Froge. Much appreciated. Yeah, so we're just gonna come up with a couple more gods. I think that we've got a good start here. I think, I think Mystra... I think I'm focusing too much on the magical part of it. It's not a magical kingdom. This is not a magical kingdom. They know that magic... They don't perceive magic as a means of... The Academy likely focuses, or whatever it's going to be, likely focuses on all types of magic, but because it's funded by the Empire, they focus primarily on magic as a weapon and a tool, not necessarily as, like, a study. So, I'm thinking Mystra might not be the best, idea, the best goddess for this, kingdom. They very much are about power and strength, but also, you know, life. So I'm thinking Bahamut, Pelor, Ogma, Raven Queen. I'm thinking maybe a god of fate, perhaps. fate or divination or something along those lines, perhaps. So I'm just gonna look for one of those really quick. Maybe Tyr would be good as well. Tyr, god of justice. But also god of justice, but also very much like about fighting for, you know, things of righteousness. And if we're doing... Maybe Celtic gods are a good thing. Although I feel like Greek to Roman would be better. So Athena would actually not be the worst idea. But we wouldn't be doing Athena. We would be doing... Oh god, what is Athena's Roman counterpart? I thought that, like, in the upper class areas, there are possibly... names like the Four-Winged Crane or stuff like this for a tavern, and in the lower part of the city, the stores have more silly names like the Burping Kettle for... I liked that! The Four-Winged Crane. Huh. I do like the idea of the Four-Winged Crane, but maybe maybe not a crane. I haven't figured out imagery, but, No. They're good examples. They're good examples, Frosh. I do like that. I'm thinking... So one of Rome's... This whole city is very Rome-inspired. That's kind of like what I'm going for. So I want it to be kind of like a light homage to Rome. So I'm thinking... Instead of... So one of the big... symbols of Rome and Roman power was the eagle. So, but I kind of want to take it even a step further from that. What about a phoenix? Maybe not the four-winged crane, but the four-winged phoenix. Let's see how that looks. Four-winged... well, if I could spell the word winged correctly. The four-winged phoenix. Because I feel like an eagle would be a fun one, but, like, as far as, like, an upper-class establishment, like, cranes are very are absolutely majestic birds, like, very, very statuesque and like, lots of, like, clean, sharp points to their body, to their musculature and body structure. But I don't feel like they represent the power that that they would want to show off necessarily. And we could have, you know what? Four-winged crane. Hold on. Four-winged. Yeah, I do like the four-winged thing, but I think phoenix might be better. Although I do like the burping cat. The burping kettle's hilarious. That absolutely is going in here. The four-winged phoenix probably... We could make that an inn. In the upper crust. I do have to figure out names for the areas of the city. The burping kettle. Definitely a tavern. Yeah, I do. The burping kettle's a great name. Just like the imagery of a burping kettle. Let's see, what else? What is Athena's name in Rome? Minerva. She's Minerva. Alright, yeah, you know what? I think we're going to toss Minerva in here as well. I think this is a good list. Primary gods of Krakow. So there might be other smaller ones, but these are I think these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think 6 primary gods is plenty. Yeah, I like this a lot. Okay, and with Minerva, let's see. Really need to think. The Royal Palace, the Four-Winged Phoenix. Places of study. Let's just look up places of study. Ancient world. Yes, this town does have guilds. It does have an adventurers guild known as the Cross Swords, which I already knew. I should have written that down. Yeah, basically the Cross Swords is a adventurers guild. The Cross Swords is a They exist on multiple continents. They're all part of one system that was started by one man named Louvre Chantelief, a high elf, and that's basically what that's the guild the adventurers belong. My players belong to is the Adventurers Guild. They help people get quests and figure out what they're doing and help process payments and such. And the Magic Guild is basically that's what I'm trying to figure out for this maybe I do just call the Academia the Imperial Academia. I don't know. Magical research, Imperial Academia. Maybe Minervan Academia? Of being of Minerva, the Minervan Academia. I don't think that's the word. I think that's pretty good. I actually kind of like that name. Kind of traces with Athenium, but still. Maybe any professions the capital is known for. Like, are there any people who craft exquisite clothing or so? Build carriages, a renowned stable. Yeah, no. These are good ideas. These are good ideas. Because the quality of goods that does come out of the capital is well known for being high quality. Which does come with its downsides, but yeah, it does. It is the products that come out of this city are very high quality. From pets to clothing to anything. I guess stables. I don't think there's any necessarily upper crust stables. I mean, there probably are stables. Stables exist. Probably. That would be the... Sorry, rotating the map in my head. That would be the southeast. Southeast. Outside corner. There is a Colosseum. Which I completely spelled wrong. My god, that was bad. There is a Colosseum, which hosts gladiatorial matches and fights to the death. Although they try to avoid having they try to avoid having people fight to the death. They do have creatures fight to the death. Oh, you better bet there are bathhouses. I wasn't gonna list that because I wasn't gonna have like a named bathhouse. But don't worry, there are definitely bathhouses here. But building carriages, that's an interesting idea. High quality carriages. I don't think there's anybody that really... I don't think there's any, like, mass production of high quality carriages. That's the only issue I would have with that. Maybe a high quality... I do have to come up with blacksmiths. In my other city here, if I go to Orstes, my other city, I have an area called Blacksmith Row, which literally just has a bunch of I just have a bunch of blacksmiths. There are more than 4, but I just happen to list 4 that did exist. No, I know you were thinking of... I know you were thinking of carpenters. I was also thinking of carpenters. But I'm also trying to think in terms of what my characters might interact with. I don't know that they necessarily would need a carpenter. That's the only... I'm not saying that carpenters don't exist. They absolutely do. It's just a question of... Do I actually need to put the effort into thinking of carpenters? Yeah. I'm just... Yeah, that's kind of why I'm trying to think about this in terms of what would my characters actually... Like, what opportunities would my characters have to interact with these? Like, blacksmiths, absolutely. I can see them interacting with them for new armor, new equipment, whatever. Carpenters, less so. Stables... Yeah, I'm not in the mindset you need. I'm just throwing out ideas. No, and some of them have been super useful. Like, I definitely did not have an idea for where to put the stables or anything. Like, I knew these things sort of existed, but um, and high quality clothier is always a good idea. If you have an idea for a name of a clothes shop, that's not a bad idea. Did I have a hat place in the other one? Hold on. I feel like I did. Nope, I did not. Okay, cool. So let's how about we come up with a hat place? I don't know. I like hat places. They'll never go to it, but it's just a fun thing to have an idea for. Just in the off chance. I also need to think of a magic store. Maybe two. I'm thinking two magic stores. Does gold equal high class? Yes. So gold is... people... So in terms of cost of living, we actually have numbers for cost of living. Average cost of living per day. Hold on a second. Ooh, the golden Ooh, I like that. That's a great name. Hell yes, golden yarn. I'm all about that. Where is this? Expenses. So hold on before I forget that. Golden yarn. Clothier. Upper crust. So, in terms of lifestyle expenses, a squalid lifestyle is about 1 silver a day. A poor lifestyle is 2 silver. A modest lifestyle, and there are descriptions for each of these lifestyles. A modest lifestyle is 1 gold per day. A comfortable lifestyle is 2 gold per day. A wealthy is 4 gold per day. And aristocratic is 10. Now, these are averages for what someone would spend on a lifestyle, for what someone would spend. So, for the most part, like a meal, like a modest meal per day, like a modest meal for one day, for a day, like you only really need 1 meal per day, or at least in terms of gameplay wise. Yeah, per adult per person, basically. So like a modest meal, would be like 3 silver for a modest meal, and that would be like, yeah. So like a modest lifestyle is keeps you out of the slums and ensures you can maintain your equipment. You live in an older part of town, renting a room in a boarding house, inn, or temple. You don't go hungry or thirsty, and your living conditions are clean, if simple. Ordinary people living modest lifestyles include soldiers with families, laborers, students, priests, hedge wizards, and the like. So, a modest lifestyle is like most people. Most average people. But the vast majority of people never use gold pieces. Like, gold pieces are a valuable commodity for most people. Like, you can feed a family for a long time on 1 gold piece. That's like a week's worth of food, depending on how well it's used. Or more. You'd probably get robbed if you show off you have gold pieces. Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's about, yeah, basically. So upscale clothier, yeah, clothier in the upper crust is the golden yarn. Good old times. um, let's see. What about, I'm trying to think of an inn in the main part of the city that's not like, it's not slummy, but it's like okay. It's like reasonably priced. Would be a good name for an inn in the like relatively normal part of town. Not super expensive, just modest. Maybe up against the river. Something between the burping kettle and the four-winged bird. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking... I feel like the word retreat would be a good one. The something retreat. I just need to figure out what the something is. The Warrior's Respite? Maybe? Let's see how that looks typed out. The Warrior's Respite. The Rustic Rest. But it works with the Rustic Retreat. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that could work too. I'm thinking the Warrior's Respite would be a good low-cost inn. But I could do the Rustic Retreat for a tavern. And actually... I do have a Thieves Guild. A multi-city Thieves Guild in this world. Yeah, I'm thinking that the Rustic Retreat might be the, well, no, I don't think so. Just always being in a bar is probably not a good idea. But a small but I think the Rustic Retreat would make for a good small like tavern in maybe in a central area. I think that would work. I think the Rustic Retreat as a small tavern. And I'm thinking maybe a butcher shop. I'd like a butcher shop. What? I need a butcher shop. The name of a good butcher shop. What would a good butcher shop? Something clever. Maybe not maybe not with alliteration, but Just something neat. Yes, I love it. Ooh, hold on. I need to go to bed. My brain is a mess with names. Okay. No, I love it. Neat. That's so good. Hold on. Wait. Neat. Ned's Neat Meats. No, Ned's Neat Meat. That's it. That's done. That's it. Thinking of English puns at 6 a.m. Can't think of a better time right now. No, Frosh, why don't you go to... Oh my god, I forgot how late it is there. Frosh, why don't you go to bed? It's so late. Oh my god. Ugh. Because you're having too much fun. Oh. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time. Okay. I think we've got a good list here of stuff. So we've got the Royal Palace, the Four-Winged Phoenix, an inn in the upper crust, the Burping Kettle, a tavern. I should really try and organize this a bit more. The Cross Swords, which is the Adventurers Guild, the Minervan Academia, which is the Magical Research HQ, the Stables, the Colosseum, the Golden Yarn, which is a clothier in the upper crust, the Warrior's Respite, which is a low-cost inn, the Rustic Retreat, which is a small tavern, Ned's Neat Meat, which also doubles, which has an underground fighting rink and is the headquarters of the Thieves Guild. Colosseum of Tyr, I think. Ah, Tyr. There we go. Okay. God, it's 10 o'clock. Okay. Let's see. How much longer can I go? I may have to call it a night soon. It's already pretty late. I do have to wake up tomorrow. Maybe if your characters make it into the Thieves Guild, there's a chance to meet the frog somewhere, just as a hint for them to remember. Yeah, no, I'm thinking that might be a good idea. I did think about that. They do already have a connection in the Thieves Guild. They got in trouble in the last city with the guild, and they agreed to make up for it by taking on a task at some point in the future without knowing what the task is. So I'm thinking that I may drop some hint at some point. Yeah. I do have to... Well, I gotta think about some names and stuff, but I think that this is a good amount of work for the evening. We made a new character, as well as a new mission. Just really, really hard to see a small frog with a lot of stealth. Yes. Yes, you are. You're a very small frog that is very, very sneaky. I think that is the right look for this. I think that's I think we've accomplished a lot tonight, and I think we're gonna call it here. So I just want to thank everybody for joining me and helping me. My God, this was so much fun. I love doing D&D prep. D&D prep is really where I have a good time. And I missed I missed playing Stardew Valley, but I think that this was a nice break. Well, I'm thinking we may jump back to Stardew Valley next week, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, the hours really did fly by. My God, this is. And even then, I did not get much done. Like, I have not... I don't know who's managing any of these places. I don't have any names. I'm so... I still don't have... There's still so many details that need to be knocked out. For all this. Oh, boy. Well... we built the character... Yeah, no, a new character is always something to celebrate. Just to annoy a monster. Yeah, literally it exists for one reason and one reason only. To annoy the heck out of a monster. So yeah, I think we can call it a productive day. So we're going to go ahead and raid Ellie Cat. Sure, why not? We're going to go ahead and raid Ellie Cat. They are currently playing Final Fantasy. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody. Frosh, congratulations on killing the boss and then dying and then getting a character. Sky is the current boss to beat, I guess, again. But, yeah, thank you all so much. This was so much fun. We're definitely gonna do this again. We're definitely gonna do a just this planning thing again. So, but, until then, I will see you all soon. I hope you all have a lovely night and a lovely weekend. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.